God bless Biafra. We have emerged triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious. Our trumpets pealing the glorious song. Play it, sing it, all hail Biafra. Oh, hail Biafra. We shall always remember all that perished in the struggle for our freedom. All hail our heroes. Our prayer shall be known both day and night. Say them always, all hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. Now our star shines everywhere. We crave humility. God guide and protect us all. All hail your wisdom, shielding us from fury, unleashed by your enlightenment. Biafra, shining forever.
In the heart of Biafra's land, where courage blooms, Mazinamdi Kanu stands, defying darkened tombs. A beacon of hope, a voice soon yielding. He fights for justice, freedom, heart's true healing. Mazi Esume Sumwe Kwensu, your spirit ablaze, guiding your people through the tumultuous mazes. From prison walls you sing defiance and truth, a symphony of liberation, unwavering in you. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by winds so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. Chains may bind, but not the soul. Mazinamdi Kanu, your purpose takes its toll. The world may turn away, blind to your plight, yet your flame burns brighter, igniting the fight. Behind prison bars you weave tales of courage, a tapestry of resistance woven without rage. Your words pierce the silence like sunbeams through rain, calling for freedom's dawn, breaking every chain. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by winds so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. song does not capture all aspects. Let us continue to hope for justice. In the heart of Biafra's land, where courage blooms, Mazinamti Kanu stands, defying darkened tombs. A beacon of hope, a voice unyielding. He fights for justice, freedom, heart's true healing. Mazi Esume Sumwe Kwensu, your spirit ablaze, guiding your people through the tumultuous mazes. From prison walls you sing defiance and truth, a symphony of liberation, unwavering in you. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by winds so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. Chains may bind, but not the soul. Mazinamti Kanu, your purpose takes its toll. The world may turn away, blind to your plight, yet your flame burns brighter, igniting the fight. Behind prison bars you weave tales of courage, a tapestry of resistance woven without rage. Your words pierce the silence like sunbeams through rain, calling for freedom's dawn, breaking every chain. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by winds so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. And tribute Mazinamti Kanu's situation is complex, and this song does not capture all aspects. Let us continue to hope for justice and peace. Dun dun.
Hello, my wonderful people of Biafra, friends of Biafra, and lovers of freedom. This is Mazi Ezumezu Nwekwensu. As I welcome you to this wonderful edition, please, it's very important you welcome others, it's very important. Today's program is very unique because we have one of our own, our barrister, Bia Golden Voice. It's live. Live in South Africa. So we were able to talk through about the ongoing case of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let me bring it in. Let me bring it in. Before we bring it in, we have to welcome Mazi with a Ọzọ bụrụ anyị aka. just- hold on.
Anụmanụ
If someone can hear me,
onye gba abalị gboo nwanne ya. Oh, yeah. Onye ya na nwanne ya. Abalị gboo nwanne ya. Onye ama ọsọ. Egwu ọdịbụ nọ. Ọgụ ịda chọba dike o. Oh, yeah. Onye ya na nwanne ya. Onye ya na nwanne ya. Ụmụ Igbo onye ya na
let's bring our barrister in. The network is Hello, Maz, can you hear me? Hello, Maz, can you hear me?
Yes, Maz, I can hear you. I don't know if you can hear me as well. Am I coming out clean?
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. Let me off the music. Because I don't know what's happening. Or maybe it's outside.
Not a problem.
Well, let me. Okay, Mazi. Maz, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you, Mazi. Loud and clear.
Okay.
Good evening.
Okay, Maz, you're welcome, Maz.
Do what you need.
I can hear another device hitting on there.
Nothing at all. Nothing from my end, Mazi.
Okay. But it's okay. Now even the now.
I can hear you, Mazi, loud and clear.
Okay. I keep on hearing myself. Well, let me see. Okay, Biafrans. Oh, this thing keeping. Maz, please, can you go out and come in again?
Yes, I think I can do.
Okay. Therefore, sorry, this is a technical issue, but let's see if you can fix it, please, because I keep on hearing myself again, and it's not good. So as we are waiting for our golden voice, Mazi Ikechukwu Onuoha, the barrister, we all know that Onye and our leader have had a court case today, and it's getting interesting. It's getting really interesting now, right now. The Nigerian government, they don't want to talk about extraordinary rendition. They went back to 2015. They think they can skip that extraordinary rendition. But I trust our legal team. MNK legal team, they're up to the task. 8 sound and powerful lawyers. The wise counsel Barrister Aroy Jimako, Nodia, Nnameka Ejo for Maxwell, Mandela, name them. This case, Nigeria will never succeed. Remember what Onyendu said? I will destroy you with the truth. Onyendu said, I will destroy Nigeria with the truth, with Ezoku Chineke. And Onyendu said to Justice Binta Nyako then, I will defeat Nigeria government before your eyes. And it's happening. So, our golden voice barrister, Ikechukwu Onuoha, will tell us a lot we need to know. Yeah, we have it, but we have him. Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Okay,
Maz.
Maz, I think. In an event now. I think all the go good now. Yeah. All the nice now.
All right.
Uh, so Biafrans. Oh, Maz, what you ready on in your end? On where outright
Unless I need to, unless you want me to mute myself while you are on. Let me see.
You mute yourself now. Okay, can you mute yourself? Can you mute yourself now? The sound is okay now. I can't hear myself.
Yes, the problem might be from the echo on my own end, because I am muted. Unless I will try, I don't know, using a earpiece.
Okay, try a good idea because I keep on hearing myself.
Let me try using an earpiece here and see.
Okay.
If hear me.
Yes, I can hear you. Yeah.
And the noise, how is the noise? Is it still on?
No, I think all the better. Perfect now. Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me try to put this thing on. I'm just trying to find a better way. Just 1 second, please.
Okay, Mazen.
I'm trying to find just 1 second, please.
No, it's okay. We have all the time, no problem. The hardcore neighbor, they are waiting.
So I'm trying to see if I can put my, just a second. All right. I'm not getting what I want to do. So yeah, we must adjust. Let's just.
Maz, can you try me?
No, because my earpiece does not allow. I'm using a smartphone. Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to stand it, but it's not standing because I'm just. But I'm gonna sort it out now. Just 1 second. Let's see if it will work. I'm trying to hang it correctly because I'm using the earpiece.
Yeah.
It's not letting the phone stand.
Yeah.
How's it looking now? I think it's better.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can continue, Mazi. I think
Oh,
I'm good
okay.
to go.
Yeah. So Biafrans, the person before you, the person before us, we all know him. It's our own Biafra golden voice, Barrister Ikechukwu Onuoha JP. Mazi, please introduce yourself to Biafrans. They are waiting, please.
All right. Mazi Ndewo, good evening from here. And thank you for having me this evening. My name's Barrister Ikechukwu Onuoha, just like you have said. Please forgive me. I've got a situation here. I'm trying to make this thing to be stable. I did not use my laptop. It would have been better. So, but now I'm going to get it sorted out. There is nothing we cannot get sorted out as Biafrans, you know.
Oh, God, yeah. What an awful.
So, no matter how difficult,
What an awful.
no
Yeah.
matter how difficult it is, we will definitely get it sorted out. All right.
Yeah.
As I was saying, Biafrans, my name is Barrister Ikechukwu Onuoha. I am called for this restoration efforts. Like I always say to people, by their fruit you shall know them. It's not shouting and screaming on TV or radio or whatever, but those who are called, we know them, and they will always be here. Once again, Mazi, thank you for having me, and thank you, great Biafrans, wherever you are and wherever you are hearing the sound of my voice. What we have come this evening to do is, of course, to do justice to this restoration effort of Biafra. Ndewo, Mazi.
Yeah. You're welcome, Maz. You're welcome. You're welcome. So, Biafrans, those on TikTok, please share this program, and those on YouTube, please share this program. And we are live on our various platforms on Facebook. Ikechukwu Ezumezu and Mazi Ezumezu Ekwensu and Ikechukwu Mazi Ezumezu. Please share this program. Before we proceed, let's recognize another hardcore that I hear watching out from YouTube, all the way from America. Mazi Chiezukwu, the regional coordinator from America. Mazi, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Mazi, this program is based on court case about our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And we know that you have a lot to tell us. But before then, Mazi, I want to take you back a bit. And I want you to tell Biafrans about this video. Because before we go into this main issue, Maz, we know a lot of happened, a lot of water have passed under the bridge. But it will be a story for another day. Maybe in more time, I had talk. We can talk about it anytime we have time. But because I'm only chance. But before then, this video is very important. And these two pictures, Mexico, okay, why? What happened then? Now, let me play this video. For those of you, for those people that Amala, our golden voice, the sack lawyer, also not the most trusted. Ndị who most trusted na-ekwu okwu. But achọrọ m ka unu watch this video.
Mohammadike.
Okay, can I close this video here first? But now let me present these two pictures first. The Mars, you can say something, please. Mars, because onye bụ onye nọ by the side of our leader, because iwo na iwo.
That would be me, Mazi.
Thank you so much. Okay. Then this, Mars, onye bụkwa onye a, biko.
Nke a bụ mgbe a na-awụnye m anointing n'isi.
Thank you so much, Mars. Mars, ndewo. So, the reason why I played the video and show these two pictures. The reason why I just did this is because, Mars, there was a time what could be over, and you said that you stand by everything Mars Nankanu said and IPOB code of conduct. The time I had a fight just because of Madam Nenyanya, and you say no, you stand by Mars Nankanu and you stand on IPOB code of conduct. So I just played these videos, the video and this two picture I present for Biafrans to know that only not before us. Oh, yeah, the most trusted, or lawyer most trusted. So, Mars Biko, that video I just played, before we go into our main topic.
All right, Mazi, before I proceed, I just want to recognize the presence of Mazi Chezioku. He's a man that I respect too much. I love his decor. I love his personality. He's a very quiet man. He doesn't talk too much. I remember, I just want to say something brief, then I will go into what you asked me. I remember certain time when they were battling him, he called me on a phone. I was still broadcasting on Radio Biafra. And there are things he said to me, you know. And to be honest with you, the whole thing he said happened exactly the way he said it. Okay? And ever since then, I have a special regard for him. He's also a very trustworthy man, I can tell you. He's somebody that when he stands on something, he doesn't shift. If he's convinced that this is the truth, he stands there. And I respect him a lot. So, Mazi, based on what you've asked me, that video you saw there was in Israel in 2018. Chukwu Kikabiama, you know, brought me and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu together at a particular time in my life, you know. Destiny brought me to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I never knew that I would ever meet him in person. Yeah, but it happened that I met him there in Israel in 2018. And when I met Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that is when, I don't know if I will call it an oath taking, you know, where he saw me and he told me straight. I still remember that day. We were going to Jerusalem. So I was going to meet Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Castro Kume and Austin. Austin was the former coordinator of Israel, IPOB Israel. So they were waiting for me. As I was approaching Onyendu screamed, he shouted. I even got scared. I'm like, what's going on? Ikechukwu Onuoha, you are a born broadcaster. Everybody was watching. It was in the main road.
He said it 3 times, and I got there. So for me, that was a confirmation that, you know what, there is a job and a work that I need to do for Biafra. And I know it's not going to be easy because I'm going to face a lot of obstacles. And thereafter, he prayed for me. He blessed me. And he told me a lot of things, Onyendu. So when I came back from Israel, I faced challenges. The people who I thought I could look up to, they begin to fight against me. And why are they fighting against me? Because I am somebody who, when I hear the truth, I stand on it. Because when I came back from Israel, the phone call I had with Onyendu, there is something he told me on that phone call. Now, this is the kind of person I am, and this is how I operate. Onyendu says something to me. You people might have heard that thing over the video that Onyendu have done, whereby he said any account does not have access to, that account must be shut down. He told me one-on-one on the phone when he called me. He said to me, Ikechukwu, South Africa, I have a plan for South Africa. I asked him, what is the plan? And I'm saying this thing for the first time on air. He said to me, Ikechukwu, I want to divide South Africa into 3, just like the way America is, because I knew that this is the only thing that will bring peace in South Africa. He said, I want Johannesburg to be a national on its own. I want Cape Town to be a national on its own, and I want Durban to be a national on its own. And they will all have national coordinators, and they will all have their own account. But they will have a central account whereby Naira will have access to. And any account Naira does not have access to must be shut down. This is what Mazen Nandekano told me. And I'm saying it openly so that the whole world can hear me. When you are lying, you don't want to speak on a social media like this because it will be saved. Tomorrow it will come up. Even when Oyendu comes out, he will tell you, I didn't say something like this. So he told me that. So I've always had that thing in my mind. That is why when I was told not to allow Wadanin Nayanya to talk of Radio Biafra, I say over my dead body. No, Mazen Namdekano did not tell me that. After all, he told me otherwise. And that was actually why I was persecuted, chased out of Radio Biafra. As a matter of fact, I resigned. Nobody chased me out. I resigned from Radio Biafra. And then there was a propaganda which was orchestrated to destroy my image and my name. People were calling me names, saboteur, whatever. But I was not worried because even Onyendu himself understood that the work I'm doing is exactly what he wants me to do. And I keep on saying this thing to everybody. Let's wait until Mazen Nandekano. Sorry, please, my phone is misbehaving. I said to them, let's wait until Onyendu Mazen Nandekano come out. Then the truth will be all laid bare. And we will know who is who. We will know who is on the Lord's side. We will know who is doing the work. We will know who is called and who is chosen. So I took all the shame. I took all the insult. I knew my worth. When I broadcast in those days, I'm talking about thousands of people tune in to watch and listen to me. But they reduced my followership to 0, which I had no problem with. Because as far as fame is concerned, I have seen it. I have tasted it. So fame does not move me. I've broadcast. You see all these people you see, those who are broadcasting on Radio Biafra or on Facebook, I trained all of them. I trained all of them. They know. Because I was the first person who started satellite radio station here in South Africa in 2016/2017. Then none of them was broadcasted before they start coming, and I keep training all of them. So I keep saying, I am not moved by fame. I am not moved with people listening to me or not listening to me because I've been there, done there. And that is not the reason why I joined IPOB. I joined IPOB for a special calling. And I've been doing exactly what Elohim called me to do in this struggle, even on the background. And I love it and I enjoy it. So, Mazi, basically, this has been my journey in this struggle of IPOB. As long as Mazi Nnamdi understands who I am, as long as he understands that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing in this struggle, I am okay, I am happy. So, and I want to encourage some of us who are out there, who are doing the right thing, who are following the real IPOB conduct, the real code of conduct, I mean to say, the real IPOB constitution. I want to encourage you to continue doing what you are doing because, as far as we know, Onyendu has not changed our code of conduct. He has not given us any other law except the one that he has given us. And that is the same one that we must follow until he says otherwise. No, Maz, I need to stop here briefly.
Maz, you are welcome. You are welcome. There, Maz. You know, Biafrans, for those of you who don't know, who don't still know Maz, let me still remind you guys something. That Aside Light TV, the origin of Aside Hot.
That was my creation.
The origin Aside Hot. The
Somebody
person
stole
here.
my creation. I started it in Israel. It was called Aside Hot. And I was doing it with Pastor
The
Chris.
Aside Hot. All Barrister. Before Prince Darlington, Aside Light TV. I just, you know. You know. But in Somato, let's go to the business of the day. Any day, maybe you get time. I hard talk. We have to say some things. But today, I'm not for that na I'm with on there, because he cannot disobey Mazin Nandi Kano and go scot-free. So bad though. So Mazi, we saw what is going on our leader case. The witnesses, anyone they call up, they ask him question. Mr. Duke, we cannot use Igbo here because Biafrans is not about it's not about Igbos. So there's some people that are still and that are non-Igbo speaking people. You know? So sorry, one no go. I understand where you're coming from. You cannot use Igbo throughout here. But I quite Igbo, so bad.
Yes.
So Mazi, a lot of witnesses they call up on this case. A lot of questions they put to them. They say they don't know. They don't know. Now, Mazi, I know you have to take us back, but let me just talk about what's happened today. You know, about the cross examine by one of the son. And again, I must give it up to the wise counsel, Pastor Lloyd Marco. Mazi Ekenego, upon all the bullying and everything, you still remain steady fast and be doing the work. We greet Barrister Lloyd Marco and the rest of the lawyers. These people are wonderful. Even when they say that they stand on appeal courts, on appeal courts. How will you stand on appeal court where you are only taking the case to Supreme Court? You say you still stand on appeal court. Oh my God. Okay, Maz, let's start from there first. Maz, what do you have to say about it? If we should stand on the appeal court, because tell us something, please.
Mazi, you know, sometimes we need to understand something. We are still in Nigeria, okay? In as much as we are fighting for Biafra, we are still in Nigeria. And unfortunately so, we have to follow, you know, their rule and what they do there, unfortunately, because there is no other way. Until we get Biafra, then of course, we can introduce our own law, our own jurisprudence, and what have you, our own justice system for that matter. So personally, I'm of the view that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was not supposed to stand trial. We know that. But unfortunately, Mazi, there is nothing we can do about it. We have to do what? Do the best we can, because we know that they have no case against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because remember, Mazi, he who alleges must be able to substantiate that which he alleges. You need to convince the honorable court. You need to tell them you need to tell them when you need to tell the court everything that will convince the court that indeed Nanzuru are thief, in order for the court to find me guilty, which we know that the Nigerian government cannot do, and they have no proof. That is number one. So let's forget about appeal court and Supreme Court. Where we are now is on trial, and that's what we know. And let's talk about it. Mazi, you see, the witnesses they called, they were coached. What they're doing is what they were told, to keep on saying, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. But what they are failing to understand is this. First of all, there is what you call evidence in chief. Evidence in chief is when the prosecution is asking their witness questions. All right. Now, that is one side. There is other side of the story, which the honorable justice of the day or the presiding officer must hear, which is the cross-examination. Whatever the witness says during evidence in chief, the prosecution, I mean the justice or the judge or even the magistrate is not going to take it immediately. Do you understand? He will want that thing you say during evidence in chief to be tested during cross-examination because you might be lying. But when you are cross-examined, only then can the justice now say, between the evidence in chief and the cross-examination, this is the truth. Now, when that witness keep on saying, I don't know, what they don't know is that they're shooting themselves in the foot. Because remember, you have said something already, and somebody's asking you a question based on what you have said, and you are telling that person you don't know, which means you are lying. Did you get that? I can understand when you are cross-examined on a new fact, on matters you have not mentioned, you are allowed to say you don't know. But when you say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu asked people to kill people, and now they ask you, when did he ask them to kill people? And you say you don't know. Have you seen that that has cancelled what you already said? I don't know if I'm making sense, Mazi.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is what this witness he keeps on doing, because the whole idea of evidence in chief is to test a testimony, is to test the evidence that has been given before the honorable courts, because you don't expect the courts to believe you on face value, because we have a defense, we have an accused person here whom their life is on the line. Before the court can believe what you are saying in evidence in chief, it has to be tested through cross-examination. And that is where the court will not know if you are lying or if you are telling the truth. So I don't know actually works in our favor and works against the prosecution. And this is what they don't know. I'm not sure the kind of law they practice in Nigeria or the kind of jurisprudence they practice in Nigeria, that they don't understand how criminal matter works. As a matter of fact, I will give it to this our son, our legal representative for today. He did a great job, I must tell you, because the question he asked was absolutely on point, and he tried as much as he can to cancel out whatever this person is saying with evidence, with facts. I mean, the audio he played where the DG was telling, the DG of DSS was telling Nigerians to defend themselves was no different from what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was saying. It was about self-defense. ESN
Do
was about
not expect
self-defense.
the Nigerian
Amoteku
army.
was about self-defense. So how?
Yeah, Maz, go on. If finish everyone, if you wanted to play the video, I'll play the video.
All right, no, I would like you to play it, Mazi, when I finish now. Just give me 1 second, then you can
Okay,
play
yeah.
the video. So,
Yeah.
as I was saying, you know, there's a way Elohim works for his people. I mean, this video just came out this year, all right? And Elohim was preparing this whole thing, breaking the ground for today, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be vindicated through all this thing. Before you know it, Danjuma also came and gave us another evidence. Before you know it, the person who doesn't like us at all, who is, where is that, Imo State Governor,
Supreme Court
also
Governor.
came out and vindicated IPOB. So it's more like our enemies are the ones who are now giving us evidence. We don't even need to call witnesses. These are our witness, because the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being charged, you know, or what do you call it, the charges of terrorism was preferred against him was because he was asking people to kill and do whatever. He never asked people to kill. He said, if somebody wants to kill you, you have to kill them. It is called self-defense. You're not going to wait for people to kill you, because that is what is happening in Nigeria at the moment. Fulani will come to your place and then you tell me you're not going to fight back. So I don't see anything wrong that Mazen Namdekanu did. And this is why I'm giving it up to this son. I've forgotten his name. The son who actually,
Paul, I think Paul something, no? Paul.
exactly. If anybody know where that man is, they must buy him a bottle of beer. He did excellently well today. From a legal point of view, he asks the right question. He actually destroyed the so-called witness today because everything he asked him, and not just the question he asked him, even the video evidence that he presented before the court, dismantled what has been said in that court from
Yeah.
since last week or last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Whatever that has been said in that court was dismantled today. And that is why the prosecution is asking the Honorable Justice to postpone the matter so that they can go and look for another liar who
Yeah,
will come
yeah,
and
yeah,
say,
Maz. His name is San Paul Elokolo. He's from Cross River State.
my goodness me, that man,
From Cross River State.
he deserve a bottle of beer. He's on the dot, he is on point. And I want to just say, whatever he is, we appreciate the work he's doing. And of course, Agabi, who is the lead counsel. And
Yeah,
as far as the people, we mustn't forget the people who have been fighting forever. Aloy Jumako and team. We must
yeah,
not forget them because they've been doing excellently. And he's a man that has been prosecuted for no reason.
yeah,
And one thing I love about Aloy Ejimako, he's not just only fighting in the courtroom, he is a freedom fighter himself. That man doesn't rest. He writes articles every day to the point that the prosecution have to report him to the justice. If the thing he is writing is not doing damages to them, why would they report him? To show you that Mazi Aloy Ejimako is not just only uh, um, um, what do you call it? It's not just only a lawyer in the courtroom, but also he is a freedom fighter. So, Mazi, I would like you to play this thing that this DSS,
okay.
said here, so that the people can listen and tell me what is different from what this man is asking Nigerians to do, from what Mazi Namdekano has been asking Nigerians to do all along. Please go ahead.
Army,
Okay, Maz.
police, DSS, to protect every Nigerian or every community. It is not going to work. In the US, if you visit someone in the house, you'll be shocked that when the guy hears a police siren, he will just pull his drawer, bring out his gun and keep it. So one of my hosts did that, and I asked him, why are you putting gun here? He said, well, if they are chasing someone and he enters my house, I'll shoot him first. And that is the layer we have to start thinking about. How can you create first line of defense? The military, police, and other security agencies are to deal with the bigger ones, the organized ones. But it is impossible for us to deploy it to every community in the country. It is unimaginable that any security agencies that has the resources to do it. So as we live here, we all belong to one community or the other. What we have to start experimenting is how we can make the community to prepare first if the first line of defense for us. General Wahab said it clearly. And for me, there are 3 takeaways from his lecture. By the way, the general and I were guest speaker at one program in our office, so I'm not surprised at his dexterity. He has developed some sort of expertise in what he does. But 3 things for me.
So I think here is about 1 hour, almost 2 hour, 2 minutes clip. You can see what he said. He said the police they cannot do it on all alone. That's that now we Nigeria don't have to expect the forces in the military to protect them. That individuals need to carry it out. So Mazin, before you comment on this, I want to play a video. They talk about Bola Ahmed 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 Gulak. This is one
Yes,
of the things they talk about, the Ahmed Gulag. You know,
that's
some
correct.
of the question I'm going to put to you today, you know, I will come you know, maybe a devil advocate, you know. Yeah. But some of us, some of Biafrans are asking, say, why did the judge always admit the evidence from the persecutors? Why all those they say that why didn't our legal team object them and say no, this is not supposed to be in this case? Why did they allow them? Why did they keep mute and allow the federal government lawyer to submit a lot of, you know, nonsense evidence against our leader Mazen Nankano? Man, what do you have to say about that?
Okay, Mazi, when it comes to submission of evidence, you can always object, but you don't just object for the sake of objecting, submission of evidence. You must have a reason why you are objecting. Now, if the prosecution decides to submit evidence, you can't just object. It's their right to submit evidence. All you have to do is to contradict the evidence, prove that the evidence is worthless. Do you understand my point? Stopping
Okay.
them from submitting evidence does not mean anything. That's not how it works. The only evidence you can submit, you can object, is evidence that you know that is contrary in a way. Now, remember, they are trying to bring whatever they have on the table to convince the honorable judge that Mazen Namdekan is a terrorist, he did one, two, three, or whatever. But there are evidence that you bring, you make a fool of yourself. Now, you presented a death certificate of Gulag. How is a death certificate an evidence? Because the death of Gulag is a public knowledge. Everybody knows that Gulag died, that he was killed, wherever. Do you understand? So you
Yeah.
don't need to present the death certificate. We don't need that. All you need to present is nexus. There is what you call nexus. Nexus means the link between Gulag, the death of Gulag, and Mazen Namde Kanu. The nexus. That's what the court needs, not the death certificate, because we already know that the man died. So why are you showing us the death certificate? Death certificate. That is stupidity in the highest places. So there is no nexus there. So why do you have to object it? Do you
Okay.
understand my point? You don't need to object that. So
Okay.
you can object a detrimentary evidence if you're a defense lawyer and the states, as we call it here in South Africa, we don't call it prosecution, we call it state. That's how we address them. So if they are presenting something you know that is so detrimental to your clients, you can object. But when you know that they are not presenting anything tangible, like a death certificate, it's a very harmful, exhibit. So if I was there as a lawyer, I would not object it because it's useless. Fine, you have given me a death certificate. What does the death certificate say? Gulag died by a gunshot wound. Public knowledge, facts. So how does that concern Mazen Namde Kanu? We need a nexus. Did he shot him? Did he send somebody to go and kill Gulag? Is it on tape? Is it on camera? Bring that to us in court so that we can have a link linking Mazen Namde Kanu to the death of Gulag. But it's not there. So there is no need to, object such evidence, like I said. So yeah, even if you objected, the magistrate, the judge will not listen to you. He will still take it in, because at the end of the day, like I said, the judge can take about 20, exhibits from the state, but he will sit down and look at them. How did you manage to link such evidence to the accused person? If there are proofs that indeed so, the accused person committed the crime you're accusing them of based on the exhibit you have submitted, then it becomes a compellable exhibit. But if there is no nexus, there is no link, then you are wasting your time. I mean, look at that witness. He would tell us that Mazen Namde Kanu said one, two, three, whatever. And then the defense will ask him, so who did he say that to? He doesn't know. Have you seen that testimony already is dead on arrival? Because it's a hearsay. If you cannot tell us exactly the person he instructed to carry out such atrocity, it means it's not in evidence. So I'm not really bothered about whatever the state is submitting or what they are not submitting. What I'm concerned as a lawyer, I'm looking at is this: do they have an angle? Do they have a connection? Do they have a very concrete evidence that is linking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? As it stands now, the only thing they've managed to produce there is a broadcast. And a broadcast is something that is being said to the whole world. Everybody's listening. Nobody has been tasked to do anything. In that broadcast, we did not hear, Ezumezu, go and burn this place. Ezumezu, go and kill this place. You get what I mean? It was what? A general talk, which it depends on how you receive it or what you want to do with what you are hearing or how you interpret. Because at the end of the day, the person who said it, who made the broadcast, is the only person who is in a better position to come and tell you what he said, why he said it, what he meant. If you interpret it, you cannot put it back and say, this is what he meant, because that is subjective. It is not objective. Only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can interpret his broadcast. No, Mazi.
Yeah, Mazi, this thing you just said here, just hold on a minute. Yeah, well, let me see. This thing you just said here, it's like you just go to the heart of our leader and bring out this message out. That it's only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that can tell us what he meant. Perhaps wait.
And Mazi, one thing is also, you have been listening to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's
Yeah,
broadcast. Some of the time you are lost because he speaks in riddle. You don't even understand what
yeah,
he means sometimes. And that's why people call in and say, "Onyendu, what do you mean by this? What do you mean by that?" Because he is the author of whatever he is saying. And he knows why he is saying what he is saying. So if you, Ezumezu, go now and begin to interpret Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's broadcast in your own word, in your own way, Mazi, you're making a mistake. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come to you and say, I'm sorry, that's not what I meant. And you cannot force him to agree on what you think that that's what he meant. Only him can tell you why he said what he said. And that's why that evidence become
yeah,
a hearsay evidence.
yeah. So Maz, before I get to the video I want to play now, no, Maz, there's a one question again I want to ask you, Maz. The judge said he banned the lawyers not to talk about the case on media to the press. Why? Is there any because he can tell us, oh, we lost our barrister. Breakfast, hold on, he will be back. Maybe his network or his phone, because he's fighting to put up the phone in a proper uh, stage. Uh, our barrister will be back. Our golden voice will be back. So, Biafrans, I hope you guys are following up because our golden voice is a barrister. You can see when I asked him about the evidence. These are some of the question a lot of Biafrans are asking. Say, why did our legal team allow those nonsense evidence to come in? So you can hear what our barrister is praying, and believe me, there's a lot of points there, a lot of points there, a lot of points, a lot of points there. So while we are waiting for our barrister to come back, let's go for a break. Then we will come back. And some of you that are watching me, please, if you have a question, you can always send in your question, or I will put the link there. You come in, your camera must be open. You come in, you ask your question, then next person will ask. Your camera must be open. Your camera is not open, I'm not going to accept you. I'm not putting any phone number to call. Ebe na agba ewusi. Hardcore, they were able. Hardcore. They won. Let's go for a break. Yeah, go ahead,
So,
man. Yeah.
if you are living in the US and you know that our regional coordinator Mazin Didiawurun went to see our leader few months back, and when he came back with a request from our leader Mazin Nandekano, and Mazin Nandekano requested that he needs 100 men and women from the United States, not from Ghana, not from Togo, not from Canada, not from any other place, but from the United States. 100 men and women that is capable of doing the needful. The needful we mean is if he needs, because all this lawyer, one way or the other, you have to, show appreciation. No, you have to show appreciation for coming, even if they are not. Some of them are not collecting any payment. You still need to show appreciation. Meeting phone na motie. So Mazin Nandekano has requested for that, and you can reach Mazin Didi or reach me or reach Mazi Ismizu. He will always get in touch with us. Ndeo, I will leave it here, Mazi. Ndeo.
Yeah. There were Mazi. Well, I think this message is specifically for United States of America. United States of America. And please, you guys can look down and see the number. The number is on screen. No, please. The number is on screen. Call the
And it's a
number.
WhatsApp number.
Only people that WhatsApp number is only on WhatsApp. Only people in America. This message is only people in America. Please. The number is on screen. You can see the number. It will come. It will come now. Call the number and get in
And
touch.
don't say we did not tell you, because now our leader needs you. It is right for you to do the needful. So once you contact us, we tell you what to do, or send you the link and you come in. I mean, it's as simple as that. Deo.
A 7-year-old boy named Nanchi Stephen survived a massacre in Plateau State last week. His father was shot dead. His mother's arms were chopped off. His siblings were beheaded. And he too was struck, slashed in the neck, but he survived. Over 56 people were killed that day. Over 5,000 are now displaced, cramped into churches, yet silence. No religion promotes any sort of violence, talk less of killing. This is pure evil. This is pure evil. And we need to stand against it collectively as rational human beings. Condemnation must be collective, and silence is complicity. In Nigeria, we keep quiet. We keep quiet until it affects us. We keep quiet until it comes knocking at our doorsteps. We adapt, we don't act until it concerns us, and we can't keep waiting for that to happen. So let's call them what they are. They are murderers. They are killing for fun. They are worse than terrorists. They are psychopaths. So disarm them, arrest them, give justice to the victims, and give healing to the survivors. Enche survived, but Nigeria won't until we all speak up. This is not about religion. It's about humanity.
Under incarceration, the person will be humbled. Incarceration humbles people. If at this juncture, after several years, about 2 or 3 years, Nnamdi Kanu has not been humbled. He's still this fierce and courageous and bold to do this, to act in such a way. Honestly, he actually earned my respect. He has earned my respect, and he has actually earned my attention. And as such, this is the kind of person actually I would like us to talk about.
Did I commit any crime? Did I commit any crime? The answer is no. I committed no crime. I am fighting for the freedom of my people as contained in the constitution of the so-called Nigeria. I did no wrong. That was why after 2 years they could not prove any case. Even till now, we are still in court. They cannot prove any case. And people talk as if they are so moronic that an animal is better than them. They say I insult them. I insult you because you can't reason properly. I did nothing wrong. Calling for the establishment, or should I say the restoration of Biafra, is within provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is very clear and straightforward. It's there. Go and check it yourself. And you're asking me to be happy.
So welcome back. This is Maazị Ezumezu Nwekwensu. As I welcome you to this wonderful edition, please endeavor to welcome others. It's very important. It's very important. So while we are waiting for our barrister to be back, let's play the video of Ahmed Gulak, what he said. And we have to also play a video of Hope Uzodinma, Governor Hope Uzodinma, is sitting governor. All these are the evidence that the Sun tendered. You know, they are going on media trying to gather their evidence, whatever. But remember, it is what come out from their own mouths that we are using to judge them. What come out from their own mouths, this is what we are using to judge them. Eziokwu Chineke. Efi na-enwela ọdụdụ, ọchị ya na-achụli ya ijiji. Efi na-enwela ọdụdụ, chi ya na-achụli ya ijiji. So our barrister will be back in just 2 minutes. We'll be back. But before then, I want let's listen. Let us continue. Please, Biafrans, in as much you have your smartphone, look for this Ahmed, the late Ahmed Gulak. That this video I'm going to play. Continue sharing it. Yeah, our barrister is back. Yeah, our barrister is back.
Mazindo.
Yeah. Yeah, Maz, yeah. Welcome
Sorry
back,
for
Maz.
the technicalities.
Yeah, I understand. So Mazi, I asked you this question, that's what the judge, we know the judge, that courtroom is his country. He have the authority over that
Absolutely,
court,
yes.
Any card he play, he must follow it. And he said he just tell the lawyer, the both teams that they should not talk about the trial going on. Maazil, tell us something about.
All right.
Educate us about.
The judge is 100% right. The judge is 100% right. If you are a legal practitioner, you're a lawyer, and you are involved in a matter, you are not allowed to talk about it outside. You cannot discuss the merits of the matter outside. It is a norm. Even here in South Africa, it can be termed a contempt of court if you are discussing a matter that is before judicate, before a competent court, and you're discussing it. Okay, you might talk about it, but you can talk about, how do I put it, just the little bit about it, not like the real issue or what was said in court or what is going to be said tomorrow or what you are planning to say. It is definitely not allowed. We are Biafrans, we don't lie, we tell you the truth. Okay. Yeah. As a lawyer, you're not allowed to say it. Maybe the journalists can do that. They can talk about it. It's fine. That's why when you interview a lawyer about a case they're involved, they will say to you, "This matter is still before the honorable court. We don't want to go into the what do you call it? We don't want to go into the whole merit of the case." That's what I'm looking for. The merit of the case. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, my brother, the judge is correct. I'm gonna be honest with you about that. So that's what I have to say about that.
Okay. Ndewo Mazi. Biafrans, I hope you are listening now. Ndewo
Oh,
Mazi. But we are Biafrans, we don't lie. So, Mazi, there was a video I want to play before the the technical
yes. Go,
issue
go
came
ahead.
up, you know,
I just want to
because I
connect my
said,
light. Go ahead, please. I'm listening to you.
okay, okay, because I just said that it's like just go to the art of our leader and just take out this message because Onyendu say it now, Biafrans. I want you all to listen what Onyendu said.
That led me to looking.
So this voice note or this video I'm playing now was when Dele Momodu invited our leader, and this response from our leader Mazen Nandeka. Let's listen to
For
it
you.
about answers.
You see, I believe that journalists must help their nation to understand some certain people and personalities like yourself. An audio surfaced recently, I think about 2 weeks ago. It was sent to me by a family member in which your voice, we heard your voice, directing your operatives to hit certain targets in Lagos. What led to this in a state that has really embraced the people of Southeast and South extractions? If that was your voice, do you regret the action and are you willing to apologize for it? It is my voice, but what I said was cut and joined together to suit the very message or narrative that our detractors were, should I say, determined to peddle. If you listen to the whole broadcast that I made, you will find out that that very audio that those people, those charlatans put out there in the public domain is not exactly what I intended. But I have said this before and allow me to repeat. If by making the pronouncement that I made on that very day that I was misunderstood or that the true intentions of what I was wishing or willing to convey was somehow misconstrued, then I apologize for it. Because I believe that it is very, very important that we understand this. I wouldn't want to do anything, either knowingly or unknowingly, to inflame passions in the West. I wouldn't wish to do anything that would cause my Yoruba brothers and sisters alike to think, should I say, to become jittery about what our true intentions are. You made reference to your operatives. I was addressing Nigerian youths right across Nigeria, not just in Lagos. And given the heat of the moment, people were being massacred. I'm not sure that most of those commentators and apologists for Asarok have had their homes invaded before. When Fela speaks, you can hear the way that Fela speaks all the time about Nigeria Army and Nigeria Police. Why? Because Fela was a witness when his house was invaded and the mother died as a result of it. If something happened to me as a result of Nigerian military invasion of my house, my father is dead and my mother is dead as well. So when people like us with a first-hand experience of the brutality of a very primitive security architecture in a country as backward as Nigeria, you can then begin to appreciate where we're coming from. If I spoke out of turn, if people who listened to what I said misunderstood the true intentions behind the words that I uttered that night, then I do unreservedly apologize. Because nobody can divide the Yorubas and the Igbos anymore. It's not going to happen. They will try, but they will not succeed. That I can assure them. What is of concern to us is that those responsible for the slaughter of those people are held responsible. The same way I hasten to add that those who are responsible for the murder that we ordered today going on in Obibo will be held accountable. They will and must be held accountable. I do apologize if I offended anyone, but no offense was intended in the first place. I gave order to Nigerian youths right across the board to do what they did because the Nigerian state is evil. They believe in killing their own children. They believe in suppressing free speech. They believe in breaking up peaceful assembly with the use of force. That type of nonsense must come to an end. And they must be taught a lesson, and that was exactly what we did.
Okay, let me confess that it was.
So Mazi, you can see, when you say that it was misunderstood, people misunderstood what he said, like what you just said here, that it's only
Exactly.
him that can, that's why I pray.
Exactly what I'm saying, Mazi. It all boils down to interpretation. Okay, you can
Yeah.
interpret my words your own way, but that doesn't change why I said it or what I meant. And only me can explain to you
Yeah.
what I said. That's why Oyendo was saying that was not what I meant. If people misunderstood what I
Yeah.
said, and interpreted it their own
Mm.
ways, I am sorry. But I know exactly what I was saying. So, unfortunately, it is what it is. Only Onyendu can interpret every word he said, and only you and I can interpret the word we said. If you go and interpret my word your own way, unfortunately, I cannot help you because I will come and say, I didn't ask you to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. There was Mazi. So Mazi, should I play the Ahmed video, the late Ahmed Gulak
What
video?
did he say?
Do you want
What?
to?
What?
Uh, when he was giving a warning to Mongono, I think that was the first suspect they're supposed to go and
No,
pick.
don't play it for now. Just leave that one. Leave it. Yeah, no, leave it.
Yeah,
Don't play it. Let's continue.
yeah. So now, Maz, the son told the witness that even the Lagos panel, when this because after the NSAS, they set up a panel in Lagos, and even the panel did not, no, did not blame or indict IPOB or indict Mazin and Kano for everything that happened in Lagos. So how come you connecting this to Mazin and Kano?
Mazi, the thing is, you must understand that Nigerian government is grasping, looking for every opportunity, anything they can throw in. When you don't have a case and you don't have evidence, you just grasping everything that you see. The issue of SARS, was deliberated on, panel elected, like you said, and there was an outcome from the
Yeah.
panel. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was not, faltered, or IPOB faltered anywhere, anyhow, with regards to what happened. And also, I just want to go back to the reason why I said we shouldn't play Gulag. Hope Uzodinma, fortunately or unfortunately, have exonerated Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB from the issue of Gulag. I mean,
Yeah.
he is
Yeah.
the chief security of Imo State, where the incident happened,
Mm.
and only him can tell you, what happened or what
Yeah.
did not happen. And since him have said it, that IPOB has no hands in it, that is a political killing. I mean, anybody who is trying to blame Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or IPOB with regards to the death of Gulag is being disingenuous because IPOB have no business with Gulag. I mean, there are people who have done evil against
But that's the
IPOB.
view of
IPOB
Imo
have not
State
done anything
Governor
to
Hope
them.
Uzodinma.
People who actually engineered Python dance, IPOB have not done anything to them. How much more Gulag? Who is Gulag? We don't have issue with him. We have never even mentioned that name in IPOB gatherings and whatever. How much more of going to all the extent of taking away his life? And this is not what we're all about as IPOB. We don't kill people. We don't waste. We don't spill blood. We don't. And if you're a follower of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and you listen to his broadcast, he always maintained that and say, we don't share blood. But what we do is that we defend ourselves and our people. We will not go all out to look for you or look for your trouble. But we must preserve our life. We must preserve the life of our Biafrans. If you come to kill us or take away our life, we will return the favor before you even do it, which is a fundamental human right of every human being. Self-defense, private defense, all over the world. It's a global norm. So, if anybody wants to come and kill you, obviously you have to defend your life, of which even that DSS said it. We already know this. Even in the Nigerian constitution, it is there. And the witness, he was being asked the question. You know what he said? He said, yes, he heard what they said, but nobody should take away anybody's life. That is not a Nigerian law. But he's so stupid. He's so dumb that people's life can be taken away when they want to take another person's life away. It is a norm, a global norm all over the world. So I think on that issue of Gulag, it has been sorted. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been exonerated. In the issue of SARS or End SARS, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu also has been exonerated. And then, of course, we see how it continues.
Governor Hope Uzodinma, who described the death of former special advisor to ex-president Goodluck Jonathan, Ahmed Gulag, as devastating. Addressing Government House correspondent in Owerri, Governor Uzodinma said those involved in such callous and barbaric act must be brought to justice. According to him, Mr. Gulag was in Owerri for a national assignment and was gruesomely murdered on his way to the Sam Bakwe Cargo Airport. He also used the occasion to dispel rumors making rounds that his convoy was attacked.
Was in Imo State for a national assignment. He came to Owerri with the Senate Committee on Constitutional Amendment. Someone must have trailed him from his hotel to the airport. That is exactly why this gruesome murder appears to be a clear case of political assassination. Let me make it. That is exactly why this gruesome murder appears to be a clear case of political assassination. That is exactly why this gruesome murder appears to be a clear case of political assassination. Let me make it very clear that everything will be done by security agencies to find those who murdered Gulag.
So, Biafrans, if you have it, all you have to say when you have a smartphone, you can report issues. You're a broadcaster. Find this video, cut it up, and send it on your Twitter, on your Facebook. Let it trend. And Mazi, when Hope say it's a political assassination, good like say it. And who is that man good like mentioning? He's also a politician. Mongono, he's also a politician too. And a sitting governor, the number one citizen of a state, say it. So you can say, now, if you know what ododo, no cheer, na actually ijiji.
Mazi, like I just said, it's very easy to say things or allege things in a court of law. But unfortunately, the court of law does not operate on hearsay evidence, okay? Because if you say that somebody did something, the court is waiting for you to substantiate. And how do you substantiate? By presenting a material evidence. And I say it again, because I've said it before, nexus, a link. That is all we need. You cannot be talking like this in a country where the security agencies are very weak and lazy. They cannot do investigation. I mean, they were asking the witness in court today, Do you have any investigation record you've done on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? He said, no, I don't have it. But you're an investigator, and you don't have your investigative diary or all the information you've gathered with regards to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case. That is how lazy they are. Gulag passed away. Nobody have told Nigerians what happened. Are you telling me there was no investigation after the assassination? There was they need to do investigation and find out what happened. But they're looking for a cheap, easy way to get out of it. And you bring a death certificate and present it to the courts, a death certificate. A whole DSS death certificate. All you can produce is a death certificate. How does that explain to Nigerians? Or rather, let me forget about Nigerians. How does that convince an honorable justice that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or IPOB murdered Gulag? You're trying to frame him, right? I understand what you're trying to do, but you need to do better than that. You need to bring something that will convince even a lay person that yes, indeed. And you brought a death certificate, and that was it. Let's continue. I don't know what more to say.
Yeah. Mazi, DSS say that they have their capacity, how they operate. They cannot operate beyond the border. So they did not kidnap, they did not go to Kenya. That's they did not, the people that arrested Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So Mazi, what do you have to say, Barrister, on this issue?
Mazi,
If DSS have this issue, this
Mazi,
story.
when people start playing with our intelligence, it makes me so mad and so angry. To start with, we all know that yes, he is right when he said that the DSS cannot operate outside the boundaries of Nigeria, but they can if they want to go and arrest somebody in another country. They will go and liaise with Interpol. All right, and then of course, to the country that you are going to arrest the person, you need to find out: do you have a treaty with them? Do you have a treaty with them? If you have a treaty with them, and then of course the person will be brought back to Nigeria for trial, to stand trial. That is how it's done. So that word that the DSA does not operate outside the borders of Nigeria is 50% right and 50% wrong. Now, in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we know that it's a whole bunkum. They're talking nonsense. We know that. Whatever happens, the kidnapping, the abduction in Kenya, the rendition, it was all started or planned in Nigeria, together with whoever they planned something with. So he is talking nonsense, what he does not know. And I mean, I don't think that the honorable judge will fall for that. And as a matter of fact, it's not actually the issue that is being discussed in court, because if the Nigerian courts were interested in the abduction and kidnapping and rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, there wouldn't be a trial today, because there's no jurisdiction there. But yet now we are facing trial. So let's put the issue of a kidnapping and rendition on the side, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shouldn't have faced trial to start with. Because for you to actually try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you must have jurisdiction over him. They don't have jurisdiction on the fact that he was not arrested. Rather, he was kidnapped, abducted, and rendiated back to Nigeria. It is against international laws, international treaties. But yet, we are going along with it, because we know at the end of the day, even if you give the Nigerian government everything they need, they still cannot convict Mazi Nnamdi Kanu fairly, because they don't have what it takes. Convicting somebody you have to do more than that. You have to do more than what they are doing right now in court. You have to do more than that. You have to remember, they are the prosecution, and they have to prove their case beyond all reasonable doubt. Now, what is beyond all reasonable doubt? It is 100%. They have to prove their case 100%. If they prove their case 99.9%, The remaining 1%, the law says that you must give what you call a benefit of the doubt to the defense, to the accused person. So, which means proving a case beyond all reasonable doubt is a very, very long cliff to climb. And look at what they are doing. They are not even doing anything at all to show the world because people are watching. And in this, so this guy, he is what we say he is. So we are watching very, closely. And the judge say he wants to do what you call a very, very quick and fast trial. He wants to finish this thing as soon as possible. So we're watching. And then, of course, we believe that at the end of the day, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will walk out from that place victoriously.
There were Mazi. There were Mazi. So, Mazi, another one. What do you have to say when they bring the issue of ESN?
I think,
What do you have to say?
Mazi, the DSS, I go back again to the DSS person, their DG, I think their director general or whatever. He have also said it, that the Nigerian army, Nigerian police cannot protect everybody. That they can do it on the highest level, but when you come to the lower level, people must do what? Protect themselves. Now, here in South Africa, we have what you call community policing. We have what we call community policing. What is community policing? It means like now when you come to your area, people will gather together and form a patrol. They go around the street, around the corner to patrol, to protect their street. It happens here in South Africa, community policing. So it is not a new thing that people have to organize themselves to protect their area if there is a lot of crime in that area. So what ESN is doing is no different from what Amotekun is doing. What ESN is doing is not difficult from what do you call them? Those police in the north. Not Mietiala. No, there is this
Isban.
Exactly.
Isban.
So there are such security outfits all around the country. Why ESN? Why singling out ESN?
Even Metia have the security too. The assembly last year. Yeah.
Everybody have the right to have one. It's not a problem. It's not something new. Like I'm saying to you, here in South Africa, people have community policing. I was in court, I think 3 days ago. I was in court. It was a trial whereby a young man was arrested by those patrollers. They are not police. They are patrollers. They are actually helping the police to work to make sure that there is less crime in the society. So, so obviously, the man was being charged for public drinking, indecency, and also resisting arrest. So I was his lawyer. So we were in court. So I was obviously cross-examining the chairperson of these patrollers. So I asked him, "What is your job? What is your duty?" He told me that their job is oversight, to assist the police to make sure there is lesser crime. So what I'm trying to say is that this type of outfit is everywhere and they are recognized. Their job is to assist the police because the police have no capacity. They don't have the capacity to operate everywhere and protect everybody. That is why when Boko Haram or whoever they are, the Fulani terrorists attack Enugu, you will see no police. Do you understand? But if that area have their own community policing, they will be able to stand against those people before the police arrive. So you don't tell me that security is single-handedly the job of police alone. No. You need to also have your own security. You, as a father of the house, need to have your own ammunition that you will use to protect your family before you even start calling the police. Because if you wait to call the police, by the time the police come, you are dead. You guys are gone. So there is nothing untoward with ESN. It is normal. And there is something that orchestrated ESN, which everybody knows. It's a public knowledge. Our mothers are being slaughtered. They are being raped in farm. And the farmland are being destroyed. So what do? We wait for what? So that is why ESN was born. And that is the job ESN is doing today, to keep Biafra land safe.
Biafrans, the link is there. If you want to come in and ask your question, you can come in and ask your question. Or if you want to write, you can write. And remember, if you are coming in, your camera must be open. If your camera is not open, I don't take. And I don't put phone numbers because I'm not my way with server. I always told you guys that I am not a broadcaster. Something make me to be on media. And that's why I'm different. I have a little space. So if you want to ask questions, our golden voice, the Barrister Ikechukwu Onuoha, JP, this is time. Come up. Jojo. Your camera must be open, like I said before.
Mazi,
So,
I have
yeah.
about 20 minutes left. So please, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So only work with just 20 minutes now. Come on, because we don't have much time. Now, Mazi, one question, you know, why that none of our governors, the 5 states, is pushing hard on our leader Mazda and Kano. You may say maybe they are working on underground, but they told us before that they want to meet Mr. President. Now, Mr. President have came to East 2 times. None of them even got up and say, please, we want you to intervene on Mazen Nankam case. But there's one thing this man said, Kano, Oduzo Kano, that one thing he said, and I said this man is evil, because that reminds me when Onyendu was kidnapped in 2021. We saw their videos, those that are dancing. We still have their videos. Oduzo Kano is still there. It was one of them. They are dancing. Now, Oduzo Kano said that they want the courts to do their job, then the president will now come in. So that means then they are trying to use Bintanyako to see if they can have their way. Then they're now coming with amnesty to our leader, and now condition on our leader. So what I'm saying now, Maz, why is these governors, why none of them say, okay, I have to be in court? Because we saw House of Flip and other people that are there. Why?
Mazi, it's not really about the governors. Our leader said something. He said the 3 cardinal disease of an evil man: greed, envy, and jealousy. If you go back home now, from wherever you are based, to your community, and God blesses you, you begin to do things, maybe build a road and whatever, Mazi, you will see that maybe the Igwe of your town might be so angry. Who is this boy now trying to steal the limelight from me? Or this guy, he will do whatever it takes to make sure he undermines you, if he didn't even harm you. I'm not saying that you go off your place, we do it, but these are the things that happens in our place. Mazina Mekano becomes so popular in Biafra land. You know what I mean? To the extent that when he drives on the road, there is traffic everywhere, blocked. And you're telling me that those governors are happy about that? They were not happy about the popularity Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was gaining. He was gaining popularity and momentum. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will do a broadcast and tell people what to do and what not to do. And they will listen to him more than they listen to those governors. So Mazi, it's 2 things for me. One is envy, which is a sickness of an Igbo man. Mangima Mua. It's a sickness. Unfortunately, this is who we are. Envy or jealousy, if you may. Then secondly, these men are they do what you call eye service. They love money more than anything else. They love power more than anything else. They don't even have the guts to approach Tinubu to ask him to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If they tell you they're going to Abuja to speak to Tinubu about the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they are lying. They're actually going there to ask for their own benefit, because they are afraid Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come out and also steal the limelight again, and people will respect him, people will listen to him. They don't want that. That is the only problem they have with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is nothing else special. It is just a typical Igbo man jealousy, greed, and envy. This is who we are. Even in IPOB, let me bring it back home. Let me bring it back home, Mazi. Mazi, at a point, I become very popular in the media. I become so popular in the media that nobody was even anywhere close to me. People who come close to me come for me to help teach them and coach them in the media. And that what was I doing? I brought some people to where they are today. I mean, some of you were hearing about Ikenga, Uruago, or whatever. I brought that guy from Mozambique. Because I wanted to help him as an IPOB member. And when he got here, I taught him media. I opened his Facebook for him for the first time. I told him what to do on Facebook. I was there when he made his first 20,000 followers until he became big in media. What happened? He came on media and began to talk about me. You know about Efe Omote Biafra. She was my child. I taught her media. I made her who she is today in media. How did she pay me back? So what am I trying to say? It is a disease that is everywhere. It's not just about the governors. It's not just about the governors. We don't want anybody to be on top. We want to be the one who is reigning. If we don't know what to do, we will try to pull that person down. So I think what the governors are doing is not different with what some other Igbo men are doing as well. And I'm talking about the Igbo men you know who are rich or whatever. They don't want that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will steal the limelight. They don't want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be the one that people will listen to. It is all about Ibakandaibu, Makwonyembu. And ever since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been incarcerated, they're actually enjoying it and they're having the fun of their life. But I can tell them one thing, the party will be over very soon. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will gain his freedom. And of course, come what may, he will gain his freedom and he will come out. So this is to my own understanding and my own opinion. The three cardinal diseases of an Igbo man: greed, envy, and jealous.
Thank you, Maz. Thank you, Maz. Maz, we have one question here from somebody. I think he said, Barrister. Can you
yes,
see
I
it?
can. But really, you got it for me?
Okay. He said, Barrister, sir, are you saying that after all this with MNK, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and Nigeria government didn't talk about how MNK was brought back from Kenya to Nigeria, what is the next action about his rendition from Kenya back to Nigeria?
Mazi, there is something I said here before. The hands that are involved in this whole thing of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is very, very huge and heavy. And I'm talking about even external influences from Britain and what have you. Otherwise, would you tell me why a citizen of Britain, a British citizen, was incarcerated in Nigeria for all those years and Britain did not do anything? And that tells you all you need to know. And I've said it before here that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was not supposed to stand trial. Why am I saying that? Because what led to him being brought back to Nigeria is illegality. And you cannot legitimize illegality to get legality. It is not done. So what we are doing here today is because we know if you like, go to Supreme Court, if you like, go to anywhere you want to go in Nigeria. You're not going to get justice about the rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If it was an international court or a neutral place, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu would have been set free long ago. I hear people who keep on saying, no trial, we are not going to court or whatever. That means you want Oyindu to stay in jail indefinitely. Do you understand what I'm saying? The reason why we agreed to go to court is because, first of all, we know they don't have any case against Oyindu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Secondly, we know if we don't go to court and we insist on the kidnapping and the rendition, they won't budge. They will keep him there in custody perpetually. So this is why we are going to court. And that person who said that is correct. It's in order. Onyendu was not supposed to be in court for the first place. But it's quite unfortunate that we are in Nigeria. This is Nigeria, and this is how it operates. All those Supreme Court judges and what have you, they will turn a blind eye when they know that this man was not supposed to be tried. They will turn a blind eye knowing that no court in Nigeria has jury trial Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for the fact that he was brought back illegally. But Mazi, it is what it is. And we are working with what we see and what we have at the moment, and hoping that by the grace of Chukwu Kabiama, victory will be ours at the end of the day.
Okay, Mazi, ndewo. Mazi, there's something I want to ask. This DSS or Nigeria states, they have tried to manufacture evidence against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But there's one. They don't want to go there. They don't want to bring it up. When Onyendu say that the late Buhari is dead, why didn't they add it up to the charge, Mazi?
They removed it. You've forgotten. It was there.
Why? I'm asking why.
You know, there is what you call dominits litis. The prosecution is called dominits litis. And dominant litis means they are the king of the courts. You see the prosecutor? They are the king of the courts. So they decide. That's why when you hear about the charges, they will say this is a charge they preferred against Onyendu, which means is they decide what they want to charge him with. Do you understand? And what they want to withdraw. As a defense, you cannot tell them, no, you must put this charge, you must remove. No, it is their job. It is their field of play. That's why they're called the dominants litis. And for defense, we know one thing: if you are alleging, come and substantiate. We are waiting for you as defense. It is easy to allege, but substantiating is something very huge and difficult because we're talking about proving, your case beyond all reasonable doubt.
Mazi, do you know why I say this? The man in question, they claim that he's alive. He's there, right? And Onyendu made this thing. At least that could have given them some weight because this man is alive, and Onyendu say it's not alive. But
Yeah, but
it's
but
character assassination,
yeah, but
and
like I
everything.
said, they will always bring the ones that favors them and drops
Yeah.
the one that will put them in trouble. Unfortunately, so. So it was there before when they said that Onyendu was insulting Buhari, and then obviously they've been advised and they have to remove those charges. Now they they keep on changing their charges every day, now and then.
Yeah.
But this is what we are left with. But you see, the thing is also is that a charge or a crime of terrorism is very huge, very, very huge. You cannot just convict somebody on terrorism charges if you don't have enough evidence. And you need to do your homework very well before you start charging somebody for terrorism. Because first of all, you need to show the honorable court tons of ammunition that you confiscated from the person or you arrested them with. Somebody cannot do terrorism with their mouth, because it's like where we are now. The evidence they're bringing is a verbal things. He said this, he said that. But they have not shown us he has this ammunition, he has this gun, he has this. The only ammunition they have shown us so far is the radio equipment. that was the only
the perfume, the
that was the only
wristwatch.
ammunition they have shown us. So proving the case of terrorism is not an easy job. It requires a lot. And because they are so because they are so useless and their heart is so bitter, they don't think before you prefer a charge. You prefer a charge. I don't know if they have a dictionary to go and read up what constitutes terrorism. If they have consulted their dictionary, I don't think they would have brought the case of terrorism against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because it's laughable that you are bringing a terrorism case. You know what is terrorism? Terrorism is somebody, I mean, you see exactly what Boko Haram is doing? You see what Fulani men are doing? That is terrorism. That is terrorism. And then how do you compare that with Onyendu Mazinam Kano broadcasting on radio? I mean, this is two parallel lines that cannot meet Mazi.
Okay, Maz, before I let you go, because you have to go, Maz, because I'm
We
on
can do it.
YouTube.
We will do it again next
Maz,
time when Onyendu comes to court. I will avail myself. Yes.
okay. Okay, Mazi, yeah. So Mazi, for so far so good. What do you have to say about the court proceeding on Onyendu? So far so good. What do you
Yeah,
have to say about it? I think this will be
yes,
the
Mazi.
last
Mazi,
thing.
so
Yeah.
far so good. I'm happy. We have the best team. We have the best team in the country. We have the best team in the country. I
Yeah.
mean, all those fans, you see them at a point that we even have the former Attorney General. Mazi doesn't come cheap. So we have the best team. And I don't think that any judge in his or her right mind will mess up this case. Remember, it's not just about Mazinam Kano, it's also about their career and their legacy, because this will go down in history. You don't want to mess up this case. You need to, we're not asking for any favors from any judge or anybody. All we are asking is fairness, justice, and equity. That's all we are asking. Don't do us no favor. If Oyendu is guilty, the whole world will see. If he's innocent, the whole world will see. And of course, we know he is innocent. You understand me? So, what the state is doing now, or the prosecution, is that they are now shopping for witnesses. They are now shopping for who will come and talk rubbish again without producing any concrete or any material evidence. So, from what the judge is saying so far, I see him as a fair person. So far, he's trying to finalize this matter as soon as possible. I've not seen anything illicit about him so far. I've not seen anything biased about the judge so far. All I've seen so far is fairness, and I hope it continues like that, so that at the end of the day, justice will prevail, and maybe this trial will rebrand the Nigerian jurisprudence and Nigerian justice system. Maybe this trial will rebrand if this man do the right thing and follow the rule of law.
Yeah. Maz, thank you so much. Like I should say that no judge would like to mess up
Absolutely.
this case. Do you know that one of Onyendu's lawyer, son, came from Gombe? One of his son is from
I think
Gombe,
there's a
Gombe
Yoruba
State.
man. Is a Yoruba
I
man there
think.
also? I think. I think there's one Yoruba. There's one
No,
Yoruba
no,
man there.
no,
You
no,
sure?
Yoruba.
Because
He's
I've
from
read.
Gombe.
What's his name?
Abdu, Abdu, Abdu,
Okay.
Miala Abdu from Gombe.
Okay. You see,
That will
that's
tell
what I'm
you
telling you.
it's
This is the best
across.
team ever from all over
Yeah,
the country. The best team.
yeah. And and Dr. Joseph from Benue State. Exactly.
That tells you
Okay,
all you need to know.
let's leave it at that. Help me back. Only next time while
No,
you get
Mazi,
chance,
thank you
next
so
court
much
case.
for having me. I really appreciate it, and I must say you are doing a good job. One thing I like about you is your consistency. Not easy, but you are consistent. Keep it up, Mazi. There.
Man, thank you so much,
Thank you,
Maz. Thank you. But
Biafrans.
it's not.
Thank you, Biafrans all around the world.
I'm so happy.
There.
I'm so happy to have our
It is well,
golden
Mazi.
voice.
There.
All it is.
We are doing the same
Maz,
job.
thank you so
We'll
much.
do it again, maybe when is our leader's next court date? It's 20.
I think on 28,
Yeah.
28. Well, let me just announce it. It's very important we say it here. It's very important we say it
So
here.
yeah, well, let's try and come back again on the 28th. I will avail
Yeah,
myself.
yeah. The next adjournment is on
Yes.
28, 29, and May
All right.
6, May 16, May 18, and June
All right, so let's start. Let's start first from the 28th, and then we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Biafra.
Okay, Mazi. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Bye bye, Mazi. So, Biafrans, this is our golden voice. Barrister Ikechukwu Onuoha, JP. A lot of us know him. As a matter of fact, like I said before, as it the hot, he is the one that bring it up. Even the motherland is the one. No? But these cabals in DOS, they think they can mess everything up. But today, let me not go there because that happen must no? Let me not go there. I will be live. I think on Saturday. Somebody should tag Chika Austin. Onye mmụọ tag ya. Gwan ya that for the first time that na Maazị Ezumezu nwa Ekwensu, I want to talk about him. Gwan ya for the first time. This is the guy I'm talking about. You guys know him. His name Chika Austin. Tag him on Saturday. Mmabia no obia. Mmeti otimbo no bute ezoku Chineke. Gwan ya, I am not a broadcaster. Something make me to be here. And onye mgbado mgba ara na adi ya mma. Na na-eji ọchị na asa nwa nkịta. Na na-eji ọchị na asa nwa nkịta. Na na-eji nwaanyị isi ọchị na France. Na na-eji fake prophet na Turkey. Ombu pusu. Ombu nwa busu. Chika Austin. Saturday I'm abia. Biafrans will hear what you said. I will end it here. I'm asking ka ọmara anyị na mma. Ndewonu. Onye anyị fotata anyị afụ echi. Ndụ nka. We appreciate our golden voice coming on our little platform. We appreciate him. All the easy. You know.
In the heart of Biafra's land, where courage blooms, Mazinamdi Kanu stands, defying darkened tombs. A beacon of hope, a voice soon yielding. He fights for justice, freedom, heart's true healing. Mazi Esume Kwensu, your spirit ablaze, guiding your people through the tumultuous mazes. From prison walls you sing defiance and truth, a symphony of liberation, unwavering in you. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by wind so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. Chains may bind, but not the soul. Mazinamdi Kanu, your purpose takes its toll. The world may turn away, blind to your plight, yet your flame burns brighter, igniting the fight. Behind prison bars you weave tales of courage, a tapestry of resistance woven without rage. Your words pierce the silence like sunbeams through rain, calling for freedom's dawn, breaking every chain. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where song is a creative expression and tribute